Hey guys, what's up? Dark Skywolf coming at you with some Minecraft Through the Ages. We are in version 1.3.2 still. We are going to hopefully finish up our Sandy Ridge town in the next 2 episodes or so. I'm going to start grinding hard on this. I've got a lot of work done. I will show you that here in just a second. I wanted to kind of talk to y'all for a quick second. I have decided that with this series, we are now going to turn it into a short video series rather than a live streaming series. So we are going to be editing videos, probably maybe one every month or so. And the idea behind this is it'll give y'all less footage to go through. We're going to keep the videos between 20 and 30 minutes, ideally. We will see if we can actually do that or not. If you are interested in the live streams, I think I'm going to switch those to my Twitch channel, so Dark Skywolf 91 if you're interested in that. That's just for the Minecraft streams. I do still plan to do the Pokemon streams on YouTube, but for the Minecraft streams, especially this series, I think I'm going to move that to Twitch. Still not night. The idea behind this series, Minecraft Through the Ages, is it's basically a multiplayer server where we are stepping through all the different versions of Minecraft. Currently, we are in 1.3.2, and we are working on a town called Sandy Ridge. So it's a little Shanty Town, Sandy Ridge version 1.3. So looking at this, I just kind of want to show y'all everything, kind of show you what's going on here. As you can see, we've got kind of buildings on top of buildings, usually primarily using wood, because we are in version 1.3.2, so there aren't too many blocks to work with. But as you can see, it's a bunch of cheap materials and houses built on top of each other. We are going to turn this into a mob farm at some point. I will kind of take you inside and show you what's going on the inside right now. Yep, pretty much open. We started kind of boxing off these rooms, and those are going to be kind of their own video. But yeah, so all these will eventually have walls, floors, everything you need. And yeah, our mob farm will probably go right here in the center. That is the top of the build right there. I just want to kind of bring y'all up to speed, since I haven't done this series in quite a while. I think it's been like 2 months or something. So I wanted to jump in here, kind of show you what we got going on, and get some more work done on this place. I think the next step for me, with this specific build, is if you look at this side specifically, you'll notice that like the first 2 or 3 layers are all pretty complete. But once you get above that 3rd layer, it's just blank walls. So I'm going to show y'all some kind of before and afters here. This is the before for what I'm calling side 1. So we're going to decorate this, make it look nice. And yeah, I'll bring y'all back when we have the rough first pass at detailing. Hey guys, we're about to jump into the tag-along segment. I'm going to do some building. The tag-along segment is basically a section of the video where y'all kind of come alongside me while I go through my thought process on the overlaying detailing part of the build we are working on currently. So let's go ahead and jump into that with a quick transition. Hey guys, I've been doing a little bit of work on this side, as you can see, but I wanted to bring y'all in so you could kind of go through the process with me. I've got a bunch of blocks in my inventory. It's a mess right now, so just ignore that. But we are using some pretty standard blocks for windows in 1.3.2. These are kind of the only options we have. So the main thing we're using are the oak fences. There is only one color fence in this version, so we're limited there. And then we've got these other kind of iron bars and glass panes, which we're using more sparingly. But the way I'm doing this is just kind of, I made myself a dirt pillar, of course, or dirt scaffolding, and I'm just kind of going through adding doors where I don't have any. So like, for example, this jungle wood spot right here, there's no door there. The way I design this is that each kind of color scheme is one kind of individual house, basically. Another tricky part with this style of build that I'm working on is, um, there are a lot of spots that are like half slabs, so you only have specific places where you can put like doors and such. So it's a little difficult in that regard. I'll fix that in a minute. But yeah, back to kind of this oak or jungle house right here. This jungle plank house. I'm also going to basically take out these blocks. And basically replace them with the overhead that we're using for that space. And then the next thing we're kind of doing is just kind of working our way out with these. So like, I don't like gaps like this. You don't like it to be sitting on top of the wood. So I'm basically kind of bringing it out a little bit so I can kind of have a little bit of an overhang to make it look like it's kind of stepping backwards into the building. And then another thing you want to do with these kind of walkways, especially if you're using multiple colors, is just kind of mix them. So you see how I got a little bit of sandstone mixed with this little bit of stone brick. Same over here, we want to make a little bit of sandstone mixed in with this, that's actually a bad spot to put it, but we want to mix in some sandstone with this specific build. So I'm just going to kind of randomly put some sandstone in, just like so. So it kind of meshes and slowly transitions into the new block that we are working with. And then here, I am trying the zombie trick. I don't know if it works in this version, but like put the door on backwards and hopefully it doesn't let the zombies break it down. But yeah, there we go. We put the door in. So next I'm kind of looking at this, looking where I've got windows. Like I said, we're mostly using oak fences, so we're trying to stick primarily to the oak fence windows. Fences are kind of expensive in this version of Minecraft, not gonna lie. It's like 6 sticks and you only get like 2 fences, so I'm glad they changed that recipe, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so there we go. And then once in a while, I'm adding kind of these fence gates in to make it look like the window is opened a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. And then we are kind of coming back, looking at our light levels where we've got lights. So like, you want these kind of offset. You don't want them straight up. So that was a little close. But with this style build, it's kind of, you've got certain blocks where you can only place fences on. But that one worked out pretty good. You see it's a little offset from that guy. I need something over here, I feel like. And then if I keep on walking this way, we don't have a window on this guy just yet. These are also a little tricky because they're corner builds. So they are challenging, but one thing I've kind of been doing to kind of help with this is whenever I come across a corner build like this and I want to put a window in, I will like say, let's put a window in maybe here. So we end up doing something like that, and then we basically bring the block out and around. And then you take your wood or whatever your block you're using at the time, and you just kind of redirect it. So here we can actually get this from inside. I'm not worried about interiors right now. I'll work on those at a later date. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing when I want to add like windows in these corners, and it's always a little tricky. Also with these builds, I'm trying to keep like a one overhang all the way around for the most part. I do have a door there and windows there. So for this one, what I'd probably end up doing is basically tearing this wall down, like so, And then we would take those planks we just brought back down and basically build up like so, and then we could put another window in right here. Also need to break that block. Yeah, I might have to look at that when I go down there. This could be a 3 tall window, I think. Again, we're using fence gates as kind of secondary windows, or opened windows. So I'm actually gonna do that. There we go. And then right here, I need to probably step this down a block. We've got, this is covered, so that's not an issue. Again, we're gonna kind of mix in the blocks we're using into this area so it meshes better. I might do one of those, and then, you know, something like that. I don't like that. Let's take this block back out and put another stone bricks. There we go. And then we need something here. Like this spot would be okay to like put a window like right at the top here. You just want to make sure that when you do that, the top matches on both sides. So for example, I'd want that or straight, which I could go straight birch there as well, which might actually look better. Yeah, I can go straight birch there. So it kind of fits the build better. And then, you know, window. And then let's go take a look. So I've done mostly wood windows in this, so I think this end house right here, I'm going to use some other type of wood, or other type of window. I'm not seeing many iron bars on this side. You see there's glass there, you got the wood there, wood there. So yeah, not many iron bars, so right here I'd probably use an iron bar type of window. I think another good corner window will work in this build. Actually, we don't even have to worry about that because we can actually move this out by 1 block. Hopefully I got enough. I did lose a few, but yeah, I got enough. So yeah, let's do that and that, and then we can break these 2. And there we go. We can put ourselves an iron bar door there, or iron bar window there. I don't have a door to this guy, so we'd want to add one of those. This is another thing I like to do, so like I'll take this down again. I'll go get those blocks in a minute. And then we'd basically build up a wall here with like a topper. And then now this is a half block, so I'd have to kind of step the door up a little bit. Step the door up, and then that. Nope, wrong spot. So yeah, right there. And now that it's dark, I want to go check to see what the lighting looks like. We don't want this like super lit up, but we don't want it dark. We don't want mobs spawning. So the way I've been doing lighting is using kind of these fence posts with torches, and then if there's like a lot of fences nearby, I'll use like a solid post like that, for example. So that'd be a good spot to put a torch. So we can add that. And then, yeah, is that it for this level? I think it might be. I'm just going to run through real quick, make sure all the doors are closed, so we can take a look at this from afar. Hey guys, I appreciate you sticking around for that segment. Hopefully you learned something. I'm gonna try to do a tag along segment in all my videos just so y'all kind of get the process down on how I do these things. The next step is I'm gonna complete this side and bring y'all back to see the finished product. So hang tight while we do another quick transition. Builds coming together. This is what I call the overlaying detailing. And I will, once I do like everything, I'll kind of go through the step and process of how I detail builds. But with this specific build, it's a Shanty Town, so again, everything's kind of built on top of everything. I added all the doors, windows. The tricky part here is all the different elevations. Some doors have step ups, some have step downs, but overall it turned out really well. There's a little bit of a dark spot over here, so I probably need to add some type of light source maybe on that pillar. But yeah, overall it's looking really good, and as the nighttime sky falls, you can kind of see it in its nighttime form. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check out the other three sides. I just want to show y'all the befores, and then I will bring you right back in to show you the afters. And this would be side 2, so you'll probably see like some cuts or transitions here as I kind of go through and show you all the different sides. And then again, this is kind of the before. With this first stage, we are just doing windows, ladders, things like that, and walkways. So side 2, let's go on and check on side 3. Alrighty, this is side 3, the before. And as I said, just working on details, the rough what I call basically overlaying details. So not like tiny details, these are the overlaying details. So the big things like windows, doors, ladders. But yeah, this is side 3. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do something more on the top on this side, because this side is kind of shorter than all the other sides because of this big kind of mountain right above us. But yeah, that's side 3. And here we are, side number 4, the before, and shortly you will see the after. Today in this video, we are going to be just focusing on the exterior of this build. We are not going to be doing any type of interior work, just the exterior. We want to get that completed, and then we will start worrying about the interior. I don't know how often these videos are going to come out. There's probably going to be different, depending on how big the towns are, there might be different time spacing between each upload. With this specific build, I imagine it's probably going to be quicker because I really want to finish this build so I can get into version 1.4, which is the pretty scary update. And that will be where we kind of do some player versus enemy stuff with we got the Ender Dragon we can fight. We got the Wither, I think was introduced in that update possibly. Alrighty guys, I want to introduce you to another concept. It's called tiered building. And basically tiered building is where you start out with a smaller tiered building. So if you look at this jungle at the bottom here, this little jungle build, you notice it's only about 3 tall. And as you kind of move up the layers, they get bigger and bigger. So like layer 1, 2, those are all around 3. Layer 4 and 5, you're getting into about the 4 range. And then layer 5 and 6, you get into the 5 range. The reason for doing this kind of tiered building style is it helps perspective from the ground. So if we go back to the ground, you'll notice that as I look up, you kind of lose the definition there. But with this tiered building, you kind of increase that definition. So it's easier to kind of see it from the ground. But yeah, that's just kind of tiered building that I wanted to introduce you to. If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me, leave a comment, hit me up on Twitch, or not Twitch, on Twitter, Dark Skywolf91. I'm always happy to help. I love building, I love Minecraft. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check on these afters now, and then we will do the outro and head off for the night. Builds coming together. This is what I call the overlaying detailing. And I will, once I do like everything, I'll kind of go through the step and process of how I detail builds. But with this specific build, it's a Shanty Town, so again, everything's kind of built on top of everything. I added all the doors, windows. The tricky part here is all the different elevations. Some doors have step ups, some have step downs, but overall it turned out really well. There's a little bit of a dark spot over here, so I probably need to add some type of light source maybe on that pillar. But yeah, overall it's looking really good, and as the nighttime sky falls, you can kind of see it in its nighttime form. But yeah, let me go ahead and get the other 3 sides done. And hey guys, we got side 2 completed with the first overlay details. Lots of work done here. This took me quite a few hours. It's looking pretty good actually. I am enjoying it. As night sets, unfortunately, I do have a bed on me, so we can sleep, so y'all can see it in the daytime. It is, like I said, coming together pretty good. I'm just gonna sleep real quick so we can see it in the daylight. And then we will move on to side 3. But yep, here's side 2. So side 1 is the first side we came from. This is side 2. This is probably the biggest side of this build, I think. I'm pretty sure this is the biggest side. Maybe the side opposite, but I even think this one's bigger than that. But we'll see eventually. I'll take, like, once we get the entirety of the overlaying detailing done, I will run y'all through like everything and show you the entire build from the outside. Hey guys, welcome back. We just finished side number 3 here. Take a good look at that. We did the overlaying details. Got all the windows and doors in. We've got one more side to do. Alright guys, we have finished side number 4 with the overlaying details. I'll go through this process one more time near the end of the video, which we are actually getting ready to wrap up. I'm gonna take y'all for a spin around the entire place and kind of show y'all everything real quick. Couple of neat things. I got some double doors, some big double windows, some L windows. We got some nice, like, random bridges, which are pretty cool. But yeah, it turned out fantastic. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, like, I have been grinding no stop today. I had Bible study this morning at 5:15, or well, I woke up at 5:15. Had Bible study from 6 to 7. And then, I ate breakfast around 7:30 or 8. And yeah, began working on this massive build, starting with this side, of course. This is side number 1. I do have all the doors open right now, just so, again, we don't have zombies coming in and breaking things down. So it is, it's been a day. I'm pretty tired, but I love the way this is turning out. Like, it's better than I could have imagined. Like, this might be my favorite side, too, because it's got the weird kind of inset curve. But yeah, there is literally some way to get to every single level. So it's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. This is definitely I definitely bit off more than I could chew with this build. I made this way too big. I thought I was gonna have a little bit more help on the server, but haven't had too much help on here. You know, Sneak's played a couple of times, but he's been working on the COD grind, so he hasn't been on much. But yeah, we are. Whew, wow, what a day! What a day! But yeah, it turned out awesome. And we'll grab, you know, some of these. So kind of the first stage to my builds is get the bulk of the building completed. So for example, kind of figure out what our main idea for the build is. So like, for example, I might say, you know, let's just do like 4 pillars. We'll go 3 wide. Let's go 4 wide actually. Actually, let's go 5 wide. 4. So like, the first stage of the build is to kind of figure out your layout. This takes some pre-planning. It's probably good to do in creative as well, just because it can be quite tedious if you are not sure what you want to do. But I mean, I've done a lot of this from scratch. But yeah, this is kind of the first stage of my building process. I'd probably figure out what kind of roof I'm going to do. So like, say for example, maybe we're going to do a brick roof, and this is just a terrible example, but that's fine. So that's kind of the first stage. Get the walls, get the layout done. The second stage is what I'm referring to as overlaying detail. And basically what overlaying detail is just figure out where we're going to put doors and windows and how we kind of want them shaped. That's kind of the next step in my process. For example, we might do something, say like that. Put a door in here. I might want to do something like add a few details on the side here to brace it up a bit. So that's kind of my second stage. Step 3 would be texturizing. And when I say texturizing, there's a couple ways to do this. So one of my favorite ways to texturize, especially in these early Minecraft games, is basically break out certain blocks and add like you know, something like this. So it looks broken up a bit. I might like come in here and add, you know, a side block to kind of cover that hole. You know, maybe I want to put something, say, here as well. Then maybe one more right here, possibly. Might be good. Yeah, that'd be good. And then another way to texturize, when you get kind of more blocks, it's kind of hard to do in these early stages, but in future builds, or future updates, you just like, you know, break out maybe, say, these 3 blocks or something, and add kind of a complementary color. I can do it, yeah. So yeah, kind of texturize with some complementary colors. I'll do one more like right here. Rising. And lastly are what I would say your high level details again. Things like, you know, if I'm gonna have a, say, maybe I don't want maybe I want some like greenery in the front of the house. So yeah, maybe I want to put a cactus like here or something. Too tall. So put a cactus there. I would do like, especially ground builds, I would figure out kind of what kind of pathway I would want to run to the house. So maybe we want to do like, say, a cobblestone pathway. Probably wouldn't do this because it's in the desert, but yeah, cobblestone pathway. And any other detail work that I might want to do, say for example with this specific build, one thing we're doing are adding these kind of tents. So that's kind of the final stage of detailing for me. But yeah guys, this is the Sandy Ridge. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We're gonna go ahead and head on to the outro. So let me go ahead, hit that F5 mode. Don't worry, skins are not a thing in this version yet, so you'll just have to bear with me. And actually, we're gonna turn around so we can see our build in the back. There we go. I'm hoping with the next update I can have my actual skin back, but we will have to see. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll stay tuned for future episodes. Like I said, I'm gonna maybe put out another one next Friday. That would be the 8th, I think, or 9th. So yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned. If you enjoy this content, hit that like button. It really helps out the video. If you enjoy the content even more, consider subscribing. We're on our road to 250 subscribers, and I would love to bring y'all along this ride with me. So if you're ever interested in that, let me know. Anyways, this is Dark Skywolf, and I am signing off for the day.